Hi everyone, I'm so excited to be back. I have not posted in quite some time, but I just wanted to make time tonight before I go to bed to talk about something that has been on my mind. And really, it's about, this topic of loneliness. The US Surgeon General declared that loneliness is an epidemic. And then the World Health Organization calls it a global health threat. And it causes a lot of issues like depression, anxiety, and cardiovascular issues. And it goes really on and on. It could even lead to somebody taking their own life or deciding to die by suicide because they just feel like there's no end and being alone. And this also was exacerbated by just everything that was going on during the pandemic. So I know that it can be a very, trying thing. And so I really came across kind of the difference between these like terms, being alone, being in loneliness, and being in solitude. And I'm going to kind of talk about how I went in my own journey from being alone and loneliness to really finding an extreme like joy and peace in my own solitude. And so being alone is just like literally objectively like I'm just physically not with anybody else. It's like I'm alone right now. Lonely is that I am in this state of being alone, but I have this kind of like need or want for connection or people or someone to be with me. And then being in solitude really is this idea of like enjoying my own company and not feeling lonely and really being content, which is an amazing place to get to. But honestly, it does take a lot of work. And a part of my own journey is that I would literally have this feeling of loneliness, even if I was in a relationship or even if I was in a group of people. I just had this feeling of like, I'm not fitting in here. I am kind of alone. And I had this sense of connection that still wasn't happening even when I was with people. And it was a really trippy experience. And so I had this longing for solitude that really led me on a journey to self-discovery and healing, which is like an amazing journey to be on. And so a little over a year ago, just to get into my own story, I kind of made that decision that I truly did like want to be alone, and I had to take the jump and made a very hard decision. But it was the best decision that I could have ever made in my life. And so I kind of put on my calendar that I was going to move. I didn't know where I was going to move, and I didn't know how I was going to move, but I just knew that I was going to move. And so I looked up all these amazing apartments online, or what I thought was amazing, and I went to go look at them. And when I went, I hated them. And so the property manager showed me another apartment, and I loved it. It's the one I live in now. I just kind of made it my home and my sanctuary, and it just has a lot of light in the daytime, and it's just the best place for me. And I honestly can't imagine going anywhere else anytime soon, but it's like my favorite place to come home to. And I kind of did a little prayer to myself, and I said, God, if this is the place you want me to be, like, give me an awesome deal. And I got an awesome deal, and I'm so thankful, and I feel so blessed for that. And so immediately I got in my car, and this amazing song, which I'll link below, Solitude by Lila Aiki, which is an amazing Jamaican artist, was playing in the car. And it was like confirmation for me of like, okay, this is where you're meant to be by yourself. And I had even gone through that, when I was in college. I lived by myself all through college, and I still felt like, but I want to be with people. I want roommates. I want this and I want that. And even then that I was like in this state of being alone, I still kind of wanted that like loneliness or that connection out of loneliness, and I wasn't really doing that work. And so I would say, in my mid-20s, like this chronic escapist. So if I was feeling uncomfortable, if I was feeling stressful, if I was feeling anxiety, I would kind of look to people and things to kind of like fill that void in me. And as I mentioned, since I've moved into my current place, I really have been like going inward, journaling, praying, and really connecting with God, to really root all of that like out of me. And it really took a lot of work, like I mentioned, but I am no longer escaping discomfort, and I'm kind of in a place of like, that makes me feel this type of way. Let me like reflect on it. Let me understand where that's coming from, and kind of go in and heal it. And so I no longer have these like temporary fixes, and I have something that is so much more long term, that other people see that like in me, which is amazing. And so I made that conscious decision to be alone, and it really has been, fruitful. And I have my sanctuary, and I really feel in this like deep alignment with God, and I really do feel this, feeling of immense peace, in kind of this like pivotal moment, that happened in my life. And so ultimately, through, these reflections, I did find solitude, and I want other people, and I really, truly hope and pray that other people can find it as well, because I think that is going to be a huge solution to solving the loneliness epidemic, because then you're connecting with people out of a place of being genuine and loving, and not out of a place of fear, of not wanting to be abandoned, of not wanting to be alone. And you connect with people out of like authenticity of things you genuinely enjoy doing. Maybe you enjoy volunteering, maybe you enjoy art, maybe you enjoy comedy. There's all the things I enjoy, but those are the ways that I really connect with people. And because I love being with myself so much, when I do connect with somebody, and when I do say yes to connect with somebody, it is really truly out of this place of like, I want to have a deep connection, I want to have a meaningful connection. And that's been a big change. And another aspect of moving from like loneliness to solitude is the idea of FOMO that everybody uses. But I don't have FOMO, and frankly I haven't had it for a long time, but now I kind of know what place that emotion is coming from, where now I just kind of see everywhere I am is the best place to be, in my opinion. And it's not coming from a place of like cockiness or anything, but it's coming from a place of true confidence in who I am and who God says I am, and how I've been able to grow. But yeah, like I am the most interesting person I know besides God. And I love my friends and I love my family, but I'm never bored. There are always things that I can be doing, projects that I have in my head. Not enough hours in the day, but I'm really embracing my own company. And I've been on this ongoing journey of self-discovery, which, as I mentioned, I avoided for so long, but I am really grateful for the joy that I found in solitude, and then connection with this higher purpose. So I'm happy to chat with anybody about this, and I'm just really excited to see more people go on this journey, so that we don't have people really suffering in the loneliness, but it's like going inward to find the people that are in alignment with you, and find the people who have like meaningful connection with you. So yeah, that's it.